Hello, everybody, and welcome to Black Cats and the Spy Game. I'm very excited, very excited to be here with these lovely people today. We are doing a very special live playtest of the Spy Game for you lovely folks here on the World Wide Web. So before we do get started, I would like to just go around and say hi to everybody and give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. And then we'll get started. So, to my immediate left, we have the lovely Leland, Mr. Leopold the Just. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, especially now that I'm playing, or at least getting started with this. Yeah, I'm Leland, Leopold the Just. You just find me on Twitter. I do a bunch of stuff.
All right.
about all there is to it. I don't want to plug too much because I could sit here for like 10 minutes plugging things, but...
You good. All right. And directly below, we have the lovely Angela. Hi, Angela.
Hello. I'm Angela. You can find me at darling_gypsum on Twitter. My biggest claim to fame is that I'm one of the directors of the Nerdsmith Network. So we play a bunch of games and do all sorts of fun stuff here on Twitch and other places.
And to Angela's right, we have Pope.
Hey everybody, Pope here, Pope World Bill on Twitter and Twitch. I lurk in all your streams, and I'm happy to be here in what terrible nonsense we are going to get up to very soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And directly above Pope, we have the lovely Shauna.
Hey, Shauna, Flying Source on Twitter, where I have art and all the games I play, including several with our lovely GM. And I'm excited because I love spy stuff and just not a lot of haven't had a chance with tabletop stuff. So excited to see how this goes.
Absolutely. And Sam came to me and was, Susie, we need a crew, a crack crew that can test the spy game, twist it to its very limits, and find out just what chaos can be wreaked. And I thought, I know the perfect people. And as for myself, I'm Susie, Twitch streamer, perennial Twitch gamer, stuck in everybody else's channels except my own, and media and marketing coordinator for Black Cats Gaming. So I thought that as this is our sort of session zero-y kind of mission setup, because every good spy movie has the briefing, it has the setup, it has the who is this agent and why should we care about them. So today, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go around and come up with our spy agent or just our generic agent concepts and sort of classes. We're going to build them with you here today. And then we're also going to make our agency, as I floated the idea to these folks backstage, and they seemed very keen on doing that themselves rather than working for like MI5 or anyone boring like that. Sorry if you're listening. So I believe we'll start with Pope, because we'd already discussed that you are thinking of being the hacker. Is that correct?
Actually, right before we hopped on, it seems like Angela is going to hack.
Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's do it.
Fabulous. Okay, so I actually need to send you an extra thing, because the hacker rules have changed a little bit since then.
Alrighty.
But I shall get those to you very shortly. Okay, so let's start by rolling your agent.
Alrighty.
So you have selected your class. That's correct, right? Pick your class. Step 1. Hacker. Oh, you need to pick your background first, sorry, before we roll your stats.
Okay.
So what would your background like to be?
I was looking at the academic.
The academic. And if you wouldn't mind, just sort of give me a little brief overview of what that is. Just one more to read that.
Sure. The academic has years of academic experience on a very specific specialist subject. Mm-hmm. You get some things like, let me see. I get advantage on roles relating to that specific specialist subject, so it lets me get a little bit more zeroed in on a certain type of knowledge that I would want to have.
Very cool. Very cool. So what would your agent's very specific area of study be, do you think?
I would think it would have to do with gonna go with some sort of like securities and infiltration kind of stuff. So like security programming and
like infosec then, like info security sort of. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's ripe for use and misuse, nefarious purposes. Not that we would ever do such a thing.
Not that there's some sort of binary choice in headgear that I would wear in my character build. I'll think about it.
All right, so step 3 after picking your background is generating your ability scores. So this will help us determine your strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. We will use the 4d6 drop the lowest method. And so if you roll 6 of those and then put them wherever you would like to. If you like to call out your numbers as you get them.
So 8, 14, 12, 13, 10, and 9.
Ooh, okay.
Not a great hacker, but I'll be.
Hey.
I'll make do.
Okay, so just while you go ahead then and allocate those, what we'll do is hop along to the next person. We will we'll go up to Leland because he's up in the corner.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be a face character as my class, and a stinking human as my species, but whatever. And then no, I'm with that. And then I was thinking the criminal background character used to be like a cat burglar, like a infamous cat burglar. It's kind of one of the double life things it says here that I really like.
Nice. Okay, and just because I didn't read this out before, because consummate professional, your background represents your character's life before their career in espionage. They may have had a similar career in the past or been recruited from a civilian vocation. The background will provide you with an increase to some ability scores when you determine them in step 3, as well as some proficiencies and unique advantages. This will also help you decide their nationality, languages they speak, and that kind of good sort of just character general fleshy outiness. So we've got a criminal, a face. So if you want to go ahead and roll me those ability scores, Leland, and call out what you get.
All right, I rolled them just earlier before the stream started, so I'll go ahead and call them out. I've got a 9, a 16, a 14, a 14, and a 12, and a 12.
Okay, they're not bad. Not bad.
I need to write those down.
Okay, and as you allocate them where you would like to, we will move across to Shauna.
All right, I think I'm going for the technician, so I think I'm going to actually go with academic for this as well. So let me roll those.
So what would your character's area of study be? And so what class are you playing again, sorry?
Technician. Area specialties would be robotics. Okay.
So is it sort of like you have an animal companion, but it's a
little
robot?
like it's a little tiny like remote controlled drone or something like that.
So much.
It's a Tamagotchi with legs.
Oh yeah. just like tape weapons to it or something like that.
It's a Tamagotchi with a knife tied
It's
to
like
it.
it's just a knife with tape. It's like
It's okay,
right.
Agent Roomba, you've been called.
oh, Agent Roomba. All right.
Can we have Agent Roomba?
I got a good name for it. I'll figure it out. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times. All right, so 14.
Okay, let's get those stats going on.
14, 18,
Ooh.
15, 11, and 15.
Nice. Okay, so
Well,
All right.
then.
That is maybe the best I've ever rolled on a roll for character.
those are very, very nice stats. So far, we're kind of low-key as a group, which makes me very curious as to what our dear Pope is planning on for his character.
We're going to go with soldier.
Nice.
Just in case everything goes loud.
It will.
And I'm going to take an irregular background. I'm actually going to take diplomatic.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
I like that.
So just give us a little overview of the diplomatic background, if you wouldn't mind.
Certainly. They are a bit of a talker, but the big feature that they have is diplomatic immunity. You have a diplomatic passport from your home state or country that grants you certain diplomatic privileges while abroad. While you are in our nation state, you are not held accountable to local laws, only that of your home nation. You could not be tried or convicted of a crime while abroad, only expelled from that country and declared persona non grata.
Well then.
Well, I see. Okay.
You blew some people up with the rocket launcher? Can't be.
Diplomatic
I'm just not
immunity.
invited back.
So the plan is we're with him.
The plan is everything goes quietly, and I just enjoy a very nice night out.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
If
Cut
things
to
go poorly,
15 minutes into the mission, Pope is behind a table like...
Shame.
Shame.
You just hear the rest of us, help us! 15 people here.
So let's see just what kind of gremlin we're dealing with. now.
Oh no, we've unleashed Gremlin Pope.
We are doing,
We feared
yes.
this would happen, but it has
Gremlin.
happened. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, amazing.
oh no. There we go.
So,
here,
what
let's-
stats do we have there, Pope?
This is why point buy was invented. So I'm looking at a 12, 10, 11, 10, 10, and 15.
Gotcha.
Yes. If there was ever any reason for point buy to exist, it was that stat array.
I think a previous incarnation of mine just like repeatedly kicked Eric Vulgaris's previous incarnation in the balls just once a day, considering how I roll.
I mean, at least they're on the upper side, at least above average.
Yes, right?
could
At
be
least
like-
they're not
True.
below.
That is true.
Could be
like
worse.
threes. I've seen threes.
Famous last words, it could be worse.
Mm.
Okay. Shame. This is where it's going. We all know it's going this way. Okay, so we have our classes, we have our backgrounds, we have generated our ability scores. Next up, so make sure everybody has put in your relative boosts where they're applied in your backgrounds. Let's look at those actually, so we can put the thingies in the things. Technical terms here on the stream. Let me just find these backgrounds. Okay, so we have academic. So as an academic, your intelligence score increases by 2. You gain proficiency in infotech and insight. Your speed is 30 feet. What nationalities are we going with, Angela?
My character is going to be American,
Mm-hmm.
probably Southern, because
Okay.
I felt like doing that accent.
Nice.
I don't feel like doing it, but it comes out sometimes.
So along with your nationality, what languages do you speak? You have 2 language proficiencies and English.
Well, why not, just for the sake of convenience, speak Japanese?
Excellent. Yeah.
I'm gonna say English, Japanese, and Chinese.
Okay. I'm not gonna be that pain in the ass and be like Mandarin. Oh, I'm not gonna be that
Sure.
person.
I mean, Mandarin, sure, if you're gonna be specific.
Okay. Okay, and our other academic was Shauna, I believe.
Yes.
So, what is your nationality going to be?
I'll just say Let's just be Korean.
Korean. Okie dokie. And your languages?
I'll just have it be Korean, Japanese, and English.
Fabulous. Okay. I like how we're going for Japanese here, just to make things so much easier. All right. And so the other things you get as an academic, you get a special advantage. You get advantage on wisdom saving throws, as well as a special proficiency with your choice of one set of tools.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay.
Sweet.
So the other cool thing about this is you get a feature with these backgrounds. As an academic, your feature is specialist subject. From your years of academic first-hand research, you have better knowledge than anyone on the planet about one specialist subject. We have chosen these for both of you folks, so you have advantage on any roles relating to robotics, Shauna, I believe, and InfoSec, Angela. I believe. Is that what we narrowed it down to? Okay, doke. So what that means is mechanically you have advantage on any roles relating to these subjects, and you may discern any basic answers relating to this subject by asking me. Okay, so just as other examples, specialist subjects may include things such as neurotoxins, particle physics, and automobile mechanics, or infosec and robotics. Like, it's kind of open. We leave it to you folks to come up with them for your characters. So, other cool things you have as a spy, you have lead a double life. Because you're not going to walk around the street and be like, hey, what up, I'm a spy, because that's how you get killed. So we have a couple of things here where you can either choose one or make up one of your own, sort of your day-to-day cover. We have, I am a member of a royal family. I am my country's chief international hostage negotiator. I am an aide to my country's foreign minister, or I lead an NGO in their mission of peace and protection.
Sorry, I was laughing. This is like the opposite of my character I'm reading mine right now.
I believe that's actually the diplomats.
Oh, that's diplomat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like
Sorry,
diplomat.
I scrolled too far. That's the diplomat. Ignore those. Pope, think about those for a bit. You get thinking on them. All right, double life as an academic. I'm studying for my 4th PhD, and the deadline won't move forever. Oh, that's a mood. I'm the leading neurosurgeon in the country, and lives depend on me. I am responsible for the development of aircraft piloting systems, and my project is millions of dollars over budget. My work in a national museum is a front for my plan to steal a valuable artifact, aka the Nicolas Cage.
I mean, the PhD speaks to me really, really from a deeply uncomfortably personal level. So,
As someone who was in academia for a lot of my life.
so yeah, I'll probably go with something of that nature.
Okay.
Just yeah.
All right, and Shauna, what are you thinking for your double?
I like the one where it's like the fourth PhD as well.
Okay. So what if both of you sort of went to the same university? Just as ties where you know each other.
Oh, that
Sure.
could, yeah. Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
See some synergy in like operations with this.
Same technical school.
Yep.
Both crying over your 20th PhD. All right. Now, every good spy has a secret. We have, again, some that we have written out here for you to choose, or you can make up your own. So the secrets for the academics. My research has found the disease originates from a lab and has been used on an unwitting population. We have some key archaeological findings are being suppressed, all to further the political ideas of oppressive regimes. I made a scientific discovery the world should never know. And the institute I worked for is a front for secret weapons development.
I kind of want to play around with the scientific discovery one, like the idea of maybe having just, academically created something that could really just completely implode digital infrastructures. Like, I want to see if this would work, and then I realize it does work, and I really don't want anyone to look at my laptop.
Oops.
The debate whether or not to hold on to it in case somebody tries to do something similar, or if I should destroy it so nobody knows that this is a thing.
I like
so
it
yeah,
a lot.
I'll go with something like that.
Okie dokie. And what are you thinking, Shauna?
Institute I worked for.
I saw
Weapons
your eyes
development.
light up
Yeah.
as that one.
Oh, yeah,
Roombas
it's
with
like-
knives.
Yes. Just like these terrible tiny robots. This.
That's how Agent Roomba came to be.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So, the institute you work for, Shauna,
Mhm.
is it called Schmumbrella? And are they making zombies?
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Zombie Roombas.
Oh
Zombie
god, yes.
Roombas.
Just tiny Roombas.
Little-
I mean, that's what the Roombas are. They're just tiny weapons. They just haven't been activated yet.
Oh, that is a
Oh,
good
God.
plot. The world's Roombas have turned
Also, those
against
terrible things in the supermarket. Have you
What?
seen those?
you. No.
Oh, there's like robots that that are like 6 feet tall that just like, I guess look for spills. They are terrifying.
No, thank you.
Well, they'll mop up your
Yes, if I can
blood
find-
after they spill.
Yeah. Oh,
it.
Yeah, I
Clean
haven't
up
been to
an
a
aisle
fancy enough
full of
supermarket to
beef.
see one of those yet, and I'm terrified of the day that I finally go on one.
Oh, they are the
I've seen it on
worst.
TV.
Don't know. No. Not for me. No, I'll pass.
couldn't find it.
Okay, so as an agent, as a spy, you have an ideal for what drives you, what you would like to see in the world. For an academic, we have the furthering of human knowledge comes second to none. Ethics cannot be breached, regardless of the research. It doesn't sound like us. To stay one step ahead of terror and oppression, we must freely share knowledge, expertise, and resources. And to excel in a field is to devote your life to it. What are we feeling for your ideals? As always, you can always make one up of your own if you like to.
I like the first and the last one. So just this idea of wanting to push the envelope, wanting to figure out more and more of what humanity is capable of in terms of discovery and innovation. So I think I'm going to go with, I'll go to the first one.
Okie dokie. I mean, that's how you ended up making this super
It's a problem.
thing.
Yeah. It's a bad habit of mine.
Yeah, you push the envelope just a little too far.
Well, we're just gonna lick the edge of that envelope. We're just gonna close it back up. We're just gonna put that in the
Much
mailbox.
like
Just something
a
like
black cat, you went with the envelope. See,
that.
that's why I'm media marketing. All right, Shauna.
The last one.
The last one.
The last one. Just blind progress.
Blind progress.
We're those terrible people with great intentions. We're just like,
I mean, you maybe had great intentions.
So what I'm sensing here is that this agency you folks work for could easily be heroic or villainous. There's just
I can see my character getting the heroic. If it's heroic, being like caught and then just this is like I gotta work off some debt.
if we go a more heroic group, it definitely will be a situation where she's atoning. She's trying to like I fucked up. I'm sorry.
I want to make this right.
Like we weren't killed when our secret organization got like.
Yeah, we put our hands up immediately.
Like, no. I will totally work for you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. So that brings us to our final part of your backgrounds here with your bonds. So, again, we have 4 choices, but you can make up your own, as with all of our background options. We have, I owe it to my mentor to finish their project. I will guard my research from those that would corrupt it. I would die to recover an ancient artifact that has been lost. I will prove my innocence from the institution that expelled me based on my findings. Now, how do I...
I'm so torn, but I think I'm gonna go with the guarding the research is the one I'm gonna go with.
Okay. All right.
I will take the last one, but instead of my inference that I was right. I told you so. This is Mhm.
So it's not like I'm innocent. You fired me for no reason. It's like I was right.
I should have been in charge of it. This was in charge. It would have not ended up like this.
Yep. Okay. How did I know at least one of you would pick that one?
Because it's
Alright.
fun.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that is our academics all set up with their background stuff. So yeah, as with your backgrounds, you do have your mechanical things, but these are just like helping to inform your character, maybe your role play as you go about your missions. Handily, right next to the academic, we have the criminal, which I believe that our dear friend Leland has chosen for their agent with the face.
Yep.
Okay.
I was just finishing up some equipment stuff. Okay, so
No worries. So, as a criminal, your dexterity score increases by 2.
ooh, okay.
You gain proficiency in infiltration and sleight of hand. Your speed is 30 feet.
Okay.
What nationality is your agent?
I was thinking of being Canadian. I'm not gonna do like a cheesy Canadian accent. I just thinking of being Canadian. But yeah, so Canadian and languages. I was gonna pick. What, I get 2 of them, right?
Yep.
Do I
So
start with one?
I actually have a fun fact about the Canadian spy agency, whose name I cannot remember. But for one of their, I went to a panel at Fan Expo, and there was a comics artist who used to work for the CIA. And he was involved with the Canadian Intelligence Service. And he told us a story of they needed like this internal video. And they had it and they were very, very proud of it. And he went to visit them at one of their headquarters at one point, and they sat him down in the office and played it. And no word of a lie, it was Austin Powers, Mike Myers doing a video like in several characters for the Canadian Intelligence Service. And they were so proud of that video. And now I'm just imagining a bunch of Canadians sat around a table with Tim Hortons, just laughing their asses off at Mike Myers doing this video for them.
That's way better than most of the work training videos I've seen.
So there you go. Maybe you have seen this video.
Probably so. Probably stole it when I was raiding the facility once when they first hired me. I was raiding first office supplies, stumbled onto this tape. Okay.
Well, as a Canadian, it's not unheard of that maybe your 2 languages would be French and English.
Yeah, that's probably what I was going to go with.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Important question. Are you French Canadian or not French Canadian?
Not French Canadian.
Okay.
That way I don't have to try and do the accent.
I was going to say, why risk it?
Okay. So you have a special advantage. Your special advantage is you get advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Ooh.
And you gain proficiency with thieves' tools.
Excellent.
So thus far, we have quite a sneaky, stealthy party.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting.
That's going to be great.
It's allowing me to kind of make what I had in mind before I even started looking at the options, so it's working out good.
Nice. All right, so as a criminal, your feature is escape notice. So during a chase, as a bonus action, you can take the hide action as long as you are out of your pursuer's line of sight. Successfully hiding may end the scene as the pursuers move past you or lose you altogether. So you've been chased through the city, you find an alley, you duck down into it, you make that stealth check, you succeed, you hide behind or in a dumpster, and they run straight past you, and you are free and clear. Basically kind of situation going on.
I like that.
Or you like meld in with the crowd, all Assassin's Creed-y.
Just throw a wig on.
Well, what you do is you dump the double denim, right? So they don't know that you're Canadian. So
exactly. Yeah. Throw the coffee to the side.
Yeah. See, I can say I'm married to a Canadian. I can say this. It's fine.
You can say it anyway. They don't care.
So, your double life. Our 4 options here, which you can choose or make up your own. You are an infamous cat burglar. You are wanted by Interpol and spend your life on the run. You lead a team of master criminals. or you steal as a form of activism, targeting the ruling classes and the corporate machine.
I love the last one, but I think for my character's going to be a little bit of a scumbag, so I'm going to go with the infamous cat burglar
Nice.
option.
All right. Okay, and your secret, because as we know, every good spy has a secret or two. I have the layout of the world's biggest bank committed to memory. Ooh. I stole an original piece of priceless artwork and installed a fake for public display.
That's too scumbaggy. I don't know. I'm an archaeology major. I can't abide by that one.
No, it hurts too much. The identities of Interpol's most wanted are my friends and colleagues.
I like that too.
And your plans for a heist could bring down all the major banks.
Hack the planet! Yeah, I like that one. I'm going with hack the planet.
I approve of this guy.
Okay, your ideal. You only go after worthwhile targets. Some people just have it coming. I only steal to help the poor, with 50% of the world's wealth in the hands of the top 3% of people. It's time there was some redistribution. I mean, where's the lie? What I can do is an incredible skill, and I aim to be infamous around the world. Or, I'm only in it for myself.
Okay, so originally I had written down the fourth one, just because I was going with the scumbag angle, but I really actually kind of like the desire to become infamous thing, because I'm already an infamous cat burglar. Now I want to be like an infamous like jewel thief or something. You know what I mean? After I stop doing all this spy stuff, get back to the real work.
Love it. All right. And your bond. I will break my partner in crime out of prison. I will steal the biggest prize in the Eastern Hemisphere. I have a unique relationship with the detective that wants to take me down. Oh my. And one day, I will finally break into the one place that has stopped me so far.
All right. I'm gonna say I had a little bit of a prison romance with one of my ex-partners, and one of my main goals is to break him out of prison so we can be together after I've collected money.
Aww.
Enough money. That's why I'm doing this spy stuff. It's stable income.
Our love overcomes any jurisdiction.
That's so wholesome. All right. Okay. So that is the background of Leland's agent. Let's go down to diplomat Pope. So we'll do your ability scores. We'll go through your little mechanical bits before we do your flavory stuff. Your charisma score increases by 2. You gain a proficiency in persuasion and insight. Your speed, much like the others, is 30 feet. What nationality have you chosen for your agent?
Since I don't want to necessarily butcher any accents, I'm going to go with the belligerent American.
Love it. And you have proficiency in 3 languages. Which languages would those be?
We are going to go with German, because the bad guy should always speak German. And then we're going to go, because of region, Japanese and Korean.
Okay. I'm going to assume everybody just speaks English anyway. You're American.
Yeah. I think at the beginning of the book, they actually mentioned that everyone gets with their languages English and then everything else.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick something else too.
So English is just additive.
Yeah.
Everyone's second language is English.
Gotcha. I'm going to pick Russian as my third language.
Ooh.
Yeah. Though I did find a hiccup as I was filling things out. Proficiency in skills for soldier. They mentioned a skill that does not exist. They mentioned
we broke the game already.
Done it.
Yes.
They mentioned intimidation. So what should intimidation be? Should it be deception or persuasion?
Huh. Okay, let me have a look at this. Let me have a look real quick.
Maybe the character sheet's old.
It could be that we haven't just updated this sheet to go along with that. Bear with me 1 second. And if Sam is listening in chat,
Yeah,
feel free to
intimidation
shout out.
is listed in the book, just not on the character sheet. So there's the
intimidation does exist. It's just not
Okay.
on the sheet. So if you want to make a little note that skill does exist.
Okay, because I will then take that skill.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna fire whoever made the sheet. Sam, it was you. Fire yourself. Go.
take a
You're done.
vacation.
All right. So, you, as well as getting special advantage with an advantage on charisma saving throws, you gain proficiency with a forgery kit. So you can forge some good documents. The mechanical bit of your feature of diplomatic immunity is that you cannot be tried or convicted of a crime while abroad, only kicked out of that country and declared persona non grata. Don't come back. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Basically.
I found some that are let's see. Medicine and pilot are also missing on the character sheet.
Gotcha. Okay, so if you just note those down
I will.
somewhere, and I will pass along that feedback. But this is what we're doing, right? This is why we're here. So this is, as you may see from the title, we are doing some testing. So it is our job here to find things that are missing or broken or typoed, anything like that. So
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to
no,
make
you
sure
good.
everyone knew
You
what
good.
I was
It's
saying.
good that it's noted. Double life, Pope. Are you a member of the royal family, or claiming to be? Are you a country's chief international hostage negotiator? Are you an aide to your country's foreign minister? Or do you lead an NGO in their mission of peace and protection?
I am an aide to the country's foreign minister.
Excellent. Okay, and we have some secrets here. So, I know who is responsible for a high-profile assassination. I know of an unauthorized military training facility in foreign soil. I bribed government officials in order to secure a trade deal. Or I am the corruption at the heart of my government.
I can't claim such lofty goals. Instead, I know of an unauthorized military training facility on foreign soil.
Fabulous. Okay. So we'll move on to your ideals here. We have, my position allows me to enjoy the finer things in life, and so I shall. I work to further the goals of my political outlook and support leaders around the world who share those views. We need to bring people of different ideals together to build a stronger world. And diplomacy is the velvet glove that disguises the fist of power.
Oh, I prefer the finer things in life.
Of course. Of course. All right. And your bond. I will make good the peace negotiations that broke down. I will bring a war criminal to justice. I can ease the tensions between sworn enemies, or I must repay the business interests that have donated to our cause.
I can ease tensions between sworn enemies because they'll hate me instead.
Mm-hmm. And you can ease tensions with a shotgun should needs come to it.
Hey, look, I mean, we already have Dick Cheney for shotgun diplomacy.
Well then,
I almost
Ooh.
forgot about that
Ooh.
completely.
almost.
Okay, getting spicy. I like it. So, this is our agents. I think... Oh, that was squeaky. Good job, Susie. I think what we need now is we need names.
Oh, it's the hardest
we
part.
need names and code names. Because if you're going to be a spy, you got to have a code name.
All right. Can we go with animals?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm
Are
going
we
with
going
the,
with a
the
theme?
ferret.
The ferret?
The ferret. Yeah, they steal things. They're sneaky. Slip through, you know?
The ferret. Okay. I love it. As a Yorkshire woman, It's very good. It's very good. All right, the ferret is Leland's character. Do they have an actual name?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Benjamin.
Benjamin. All right. All right. The ferret. I love it so much. Okay. Angela, do we have a name or a code name for your agent?
Character's name is Hannah, and her code name is going to be St. Clair.
St. Clair. Love it. Shauna, do we have a code name?
I will just go for Sparrow.
Sorry, was that Sparrow?
Sparrow.
Sparrow. And what is your agent's first name?
Zhenghua.
Okay, would you mind popping that in chat
Yeah,
for me
I'll
so I
definitely
can
put
spell
that
that
in.
properly? 'Cause I would hate to spell that incorrectly. All right, and Pope, what do we got?
I think the code name is going to be Pigeon,
Pigeon? Yep,
and first name's Frank.
Frank. I love it. That's like, if we were doing like spy game but set in the London West End, that would be perfect. Like, that was a character from Snatch. I love him.
I love
Okay.
Snatch.
So we have the ferret, St. Clair, Sparrow, and Pigeon. I love how half of you are like prey of cats. This is good for me. Because I can work with this. Okay, so we have our names. We have our agents. We have our agents rolled. We need to outfit our agents. Now you will, I believe, you get like standard equipment for your classes. Let me just double check that. You sure do. So we have, we'll go clockwise. So who's to my right? Shauna, you are our, where are you
There
at?
we go. Technician.
Technician. So as a
There we go.
technician, you start with the following equipment in addition to any equipment granted to you by your background. So you get a pistol or a submachine gun.
Oh, a pistol.
Pistol. Okay. You get any simple melee weapon.
Ooh. I'll just say just a knife, I think.
Knife. Okay. Like a butterfly knife or like a hunting knife, a Bowie knife? What kind of knife we talking here? Like in
I think
terms
like a
of
butterfly
size?
knife, like a small one, like
Yeah.
one that can kind of like. I do like the butterfly one because it's just easily like compact.
And you can do sick tricks with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can make my drone do those sick like little like snip snip snap.
you put it on Ancient Roomba and
Yeah.
you does little flips and stuff with it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You got a whole routine. Okay, you can get mechanics tools, a tablet, or
Oh.
thieves tools.
Ooh. I have to have some way to interface with the Roomba, so it's going to be a tablet, I think.
Okay, you have a tablet.
I can maybe steal mechanics tools if I need to from somebody
Okie dokie.
in the field.
I mean, yeah, you can always as I learned in Actung,
Mhm.
you can always steal tools from other people.
Yeah.
And put them on your dog. And don't tell anyone.
In our Zweihander game, we were considering robbing an apothecary shop to save one of our friends because he was so badly injured. We had no money.
Hey, needs
It gets
must,
that bad.
right? Okay, and finally, you get to choose between an infiltration pack or a wet word pack.
Oh, let me check what's in that one. Those are the ones that I wasn't.
Where is the equipment? Standard equipment. Where's our pack set?
I
like-
have the investigation pack up on my screen
Where
already.
is it? There we go. I see them. So
page
wet work
60.
pack and the infiltration pack. Oh, I think the wet work pack. I think is. what I'm gonna go for.
If you could just shout out what is in that pack while I try and find it.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll take the
I've got it.
infiltration pack because that one has like a crowbar, a hammer,
Mhm.
some things I can maybe use.
Okay, so in your infiltration pack, you get a backpack, burglary clothing, a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, oh boy, 10 feet of wire,
Yes.
a red headlamp, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pittons, a torch, 5 days rations, a lighter, a canteen. The pack also has 50 feet of rope and a grappling hook strapped to the side of it. All right, that is
Nice.
a
I'm sorry.
heavy-duty
The
pack.
ball bearings are the best thing.
Yeah,
in the
just-
pack.
It's kind of, oh boy. Okay, and just so we know, in the wet work pack, it's an assault backpack with a balaclava, camouflage BDU, so like army fatigues, cable ties, chem lights, which are like your glow sticks, torch, a personal radio and headset, webbing, and 3 extra clips of ammunition for 1 ranged weapon of your choice. That is your ultimate murder bag. Okay, and Shauna has opted for the infiltration one. All right, so below Shauna we have Pope, our soldier. Your equipment is either tactical armor or a stab vest and a taser.
Let's get the taser.
Okay. All right, so you've gone for the stab vest and taser because they come as one. All right, you can choose between a machine pistol and a shield, a carbine rifle, or a marksman rifle.
I don't think I'm going to be let into a club with anything larger than a pistol.
No.
So we'll go with pistol and shield.
Okay. I think one really cool way we could frame this is like it's a funky shield that maybe folds up into a briefcase so you can carry it with you.
Okay.
Because
I
it's like
haven't.
the way.
I like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I like the idea. I just think it might be something that's. You know how you have that hard lining to
Mhm.
some of the laptop bags?
Mm.
I think it's that hard lining. Actually, if you pull it out, it deploys.
I love it. I love it. Okay, yeah. Because for folks not in the know, the spy game is set like not today, but tomorrow. So it's very similar to the modern age, but there's like some spy gadget tomfoolery going on. You know, it's not super crazy like anti-grav stuff, but like stuff that just kind of stretches the bounds of a little bit.
You can do anything with
On a-
nanocarbon fiber.
Yeah.
On a scale of James Bond villain to Spy Kids, where are we at?
We're like in the middle of that.
In the middle? Okay. Sounds good.
I wish I had those glasses that just went.
Oh, I know.
with the
I didn't know what that
lenses.
was from, but then I realized later it was from Spy Kids. I was like, man, I
Spy
kind of
Kids
watch
is a great movie.
it.
Incidentally, the first movie I ever saw in the cinema.
That's
So,
awesome.
your next equipment, Pope, is you could take a pistol or a simple melee weapon.
We're going to take a knife.
Okay. I will say though, as part of the mission setup, what we could do is a bit like in Hitman, is you can always leave something somewhere. So if you did want to get something bigger that you're not going to try and walk through the front door with, we can always try and find somewhere for the mission where you can stash it. So if you did want to take a big gun, you would be able to.
Since Gremlin Pope has been activated,
Mm-hmm.
It's not a gun per se that's been left elsewhere. Because when shame gets called, there needs to be explosions.
Okay.
So we're probably going to have a good sized bandolier of grenades ferreted somewhere.
Excellent. Okay. Well,
There's just grenades everywhere, like Easter eggs. Just
Oh no!
No. Hey, if this is going to be a casino and they're high end, it can actually be like they have been replaced maybe by our delightful ferret earlier on. These Russian eggs.
oh my god, little Russian nesting dolls.
Well, the
Oh,
Russian nesting dolls or the eggs.
Oh, the Fabergé eggs.
eggs.
Yeah.
Like they probably
Why
have
is there
Fabergé.
There's weird. This is like there's like a key ring on this one. That's very
Yeah,
strange.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
touch it.
no, it's the base. You pull the base, toss the egg.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's fabulous. And so I already feel like I know which one you're gonna pick here, Pope. But do you want a wet work pack or a wilderness pack?
Machine pistols eat ammo, so
do.
we're gonna go with the wet work pack.
Okie dokie. All right. Oh boy. Okay, and so that is Agent Pigeon fully outkitted. We will also do like a pre-mission requisition of goods, so that's probably when we'll get your grenades. But that's good to know. It's good to know. All right, next up we have Angela. Sorry, because you're all in a different order on my Zoom compared to the actual stream. So you are our hacker.
Mm-hmm.
You start with this equipment: a laptop or a tablet.
It says in the hacker description that I get a laptop. Is that in addition to this piece of equipment, or is it just...
Yes, so you get this equipment in addition to any granted by your background.
Okay, then I'll take the tablet for something a little more portable and subtle.
Okay. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
It's okay.
Next up, you can choose either a taser or a baton.
I would like a taser.
Nice.
Electricity is fun.
Electricity is fun, but should be used responsibly, kids.
Also, I have a negative strength, so I'm definitely not going to be swinging a baton anytime soon effectively.
All right. Okay, so next up, we have either padded/leather clothing or an undercover vest. So these are like very light armors.
I'm gonna go with padded/leather. If there's not really a functional difference, it's just sort of a category.
Yeah.
It'll be a mix of like a leather jacket and maybe some extra padding in there.
It's a really sick, cool leather jacket.
It's like one of those faded ones, so it looks like I don't really care, but you can tell you like spent a lot of money on not caring.
It's like designer distressed.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, you could pick either a wet work pack or an investigation pack.
I took a look. I'm gonna go with the investigation pack.
Okay, if you could just shout out for me what is in that one.
Sure. I have one of the things that's in the pack. A briefcase, a dictaphone, maps, smartphone, notepad and pen, high visibility jacket, a dust suit, a clipboard, evidence bags, torch, and magnifying glass.
Ooh. I'm looking forward to see how those objects are misused.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Just setting ants on fire, it's fine.
Don't set ants on fire. That's cool. That's me.
I would never.
We don't condone ants on fire here.
No.
Pants on fire, however.
Plenty of that going on in this game, I'm sure.
All right. So that is our hacker. Fully kitted out. And last and certainly not least, we are going to outfit our face. So in addition to any equipment granted to you by your background, Mr. Face, we have for you either a light pistol, a knife, or a garrote string.
Okay, hold on, that's on page 3. Boop, boop. Okay, yeah, I went with the light pistol.
Nice. Okie dokie.
No sense in getting close to people.
Exactly.
Although the garrote string would be really cool, but you know, whatever.
All right. I mean, you can always make a garrote string, right?
Yeah.
Anything's a garrote string if you try hard enough.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Next up, we have either an undercover vest or leather clothing.
All right. I went with the undercover vest.
Okay. And you could choose from either a diplomat's pack or an undercover pack.
I went with the undercover pack, which has a civilian uniform, a change of clothing, a messenger bag, forged identity documents, a local driver's license, a notepad and pen, a burner cell phone, a covert earbud, and a personal two-way radio, and a torch.
Nice.
That's old school.
It is old school, but I like it. It's quite lo-fi.
And I'm sure it's like a, one of those like phosphorus torches, but still, I just imagine he busts it. Hold on, let me spark this.
All right, and finally, you get to choose between either a disguise kit or a forgery kit.
Disguise kit.
Nice. Which is all the usual stuff to conceal your appearance. I imagine there's plentiful of like silicone noses, wigs, terrible makeup, all sorts of stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
It's a nice collection of things. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the whole grifter thief archetype with this one.
All right.
It's gonna be a
No,
lot of
I
fun.
like it. I like it. Okie dokie. So we have our agents, we have our code names, which will be on screen next week. You will have your little code names show up, as well as your classes. We have our equipment. Oh, most importantly, this mission begins at level 3. So for friends here in the chat, we will be playing Tectonic Shift, which is the mission available to you in the quick start rules, of the spy game, which you can get for free on Drive-Thru RPG. So if you see what's going down today and you want to give it a go yourself, head over to that link, grab it, download it, and have some fun, and let us know how it went. We do have a Discord right there in chat, so if you're not already in it, hop on in, and if you play any of our missions, please do let us know, or if you make up your own, we super want to hear about those, because hearing about other people's missions and the chaos that their disaster spies get into is always very, very fun. So Tectonic Shift is a mission for level 3 spies, level 3 agents, so we need to level you folks up to level 3. Now I did let you have full HP at level 1. I think for the sake of everybody and to make sure that we don't end this mission within an hour, we'll just give you max HP at every level.
Hooray.
Because I'm just so nice like that.
Yeah, no, it would suck. It would roll really badly and then go in there and be like,
Yeah, just dead straight away, you know? I can sense chat is already like, oh no, she's being nice. What's she gonna do to him? Yep, exactly. That's the moment you know to be afraid.
It's a play test. Okay.
I am nice. Okay, so, in our rules, as you level up, you do get certain things. As a face, at level 3, your proficiency bonus is still +2. But you get the face archetype features, which means that you get to choose your archetype. You get to choose from either Grey Man or Master Manipulator.
Definitely Master Manipulator is kind of going with the whole theme I've been working with so far.
Okay,
yeah.
so the Master Manipulator is a mentalist with incredible insight into the human mind, able to misdirect, influence, and use the subtlest of psychological techniques to mislead their marks. Through their use of superficial charm, they are able to perform incredible confidence tricks that go as far as brainwashing and low-level hypnosis. So when you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you can befriend a target through natural charisma and misdirection. Befriending a target takes an appropriate setting and time. The target must make a charisma saving throw or be lured into the false friendship. While the target is befriended, any further saving throws against you are at disadvantage, and any further charisma checks against the target gain a +2 modifier. So you have got the ultimate gift of the gab. In the right setting, the right place, you can make anyone your friend, provided that you lay on the charm thick enough.
Yeah, this is awesome. I didn't actually read Befriend. I just read the Master Manipulator description and thought that it made sense, but I really like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the Grey Man is someone who, like, infiltrates government positions and things like that. So you definitely suit Master Manipulator more than the other.
Unless I've just infiltrated this position.
Oh, how deep does it go?
Yeah, no, that's excellent. All right, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I had 2 other class features too for level 1 and 2. I need to.
That's it. Yes, my apologies. I did skip over those.
No, it's okay. I just need to record.
At level 1, you get cover identities. You have a multitude of cover identities, including your own true identity. These are fully fleshed out creations that let you pass for someone else. They function exactly like real identities with practical living conditions and official documentation. You begin with 1 cover identity. Decide the background for this persona as well as its profession and vocations. This identity functions as if it were the truth and it is a real person, so much so that it's almost infallible as a disguise.
This is amazing. I have to think about that.
Absolutely.
Before next session.
So you have, you've got this. It's like Clark Kent and Superman, right? It's your alter ego. It's your cover. Okie dokie. And I think, is it theme? Yes, as a theme, you may establish a pattern of behavior in a public space known as a theme. In order to safely observe you may do this in order to safely observe a location. You may make an infiltration check and add your charisma bonus to blend into a scene and gain intelligence about a location where you have a theme. Your ability check result becomes the DC for enemy agents to discover your presence.
Okay, I like that a lot too.
So yeah, that's using your personality, your sort of natural charisma, your ability to navigate people and things to just completely blend in an area. So you can, it's the old newspaper trick on a park bench.
Jack of all trades is amazing.
Yeah, and at second level, as we get there, you have Jack of all trades, which you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus.
Oh, that's awesome. So I could just throw a 1 into the rest of my skills that don't have an extra 2. Okay.
Absolutely.
That works for me.
Okay, so that is our face all leveled up mechanically to level 3. Next up, we have our hacker, coincidentally, which was the next thing I scrolled to. Cool. All right, at level 1, you have hacking. Oh, hang on. I've sent you a document with the new things.
Where did you send me?
Oh, sorry, I DM'd it to you.
Okay, yeah.
These are the tools, right? I think. Yeah, these are the tools. I think we got them here.
All right, cool.
So if you want to read that over, because we're not actually going to get to play today, we're just doing the setup.
No problem. I'll study.
So give that a little study.
Mm-hmm.
So hacking is your level 1 ability, and that gives you like everything you need to know about hacking. There's like a gajillion terms and things here.
I have actions I can basic actions I can perform.
Actions, yeah. And at level 1, you have a personal OS. You have a custom-built operating system containing 2 first-level hacking tools of your choice.
Which I've already picked.
Your unique operating system is a repository of hacking tools you have personally developed and can use to hack computers or install in target operating systems.
Yeah. Do you want me to share the 2 I picked?
Yeah, if you would like to. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure. I decided that I've developed an Nmap, which is a scanning hacking tool, which lets me scan a network, identify other devices connected to that network that I can access, and then I can perform hacking actions targeting those devices. So I can sort of like say security systems or like cameras, things like that. I could access more than one thing if they're all connected.
Yep.
And then I have a screen logger, which is spyware that will transmit a visual copy of the target's device display to me, letting me record and monitor what the device is showing its user.
Cool.
So I get to look at what they're fiddling around with.
Ugh. So with the development of this game, I've learned some horrific things about what people can do to computers. Did you know such things as acoustic keyloggers exist, where your computer may be hacked and they will listen to you typing to find out your password?
Like based on the pattern what you might be typing?
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's scary.
I'm gonna start typing with my face from now on.
Face roll it. Yeah, they'll never crack that one.
Just erase the keys that don't need to be there, and
and here I was all excited about my mechanical keyboard because it makes the noise that I crave when I type.
It gives you the clicky clacks.
Yeah, click clacks.
Okay. So I've sent you that stuff with your hacking abilities and stuff like that on it.
Yeah.
So at second level, you have a hacking style. You choose the hacking style that best suits your method of accessing systems and manipulating data. Your choice grants you features at 2nd, 6th, 10th, and 14th level.
I took a look, and I think based on what I was already picking, I think the white hat probably makes the most sense for me. There's a bit of using scanning hacking tools and getting bonuses to intelligence for doing that sort of thing. So I think surveillance is probably where her skill set lies. So I think the white hat makes more sense.
All right. Okie dokie. And because the hacker kicks ass at 3rd level, you basically get more installation slots for your various nefarious tools rather than another class feature.
Yeah.
Your next feature will be at level 4, in which you get an ability score improvement.
Very nice.
Should you survive.
Should I? I'm very squishy.
It's very squishy. Okie dokie. So next to Angela down there, we have Pope, who is our soldier. So at 1st level as a soldier, you get training and adrenaline burst. As a training, choose one of the following options to define how you fight during combat. You cannot choose the same training more than once, even when the given option to choose another training at a later level. So have you had a look through that list, Pope, and seen what you would like?
Yes, I narrowed it down to 2. I just have one question that'll make me decide.
Okie doke.
The stab vest.
Yes.
Can it be concealed under clothing or no?
Yes, I would imagine so.
Okay, we're taking defense.
Defense. Okay, so while you are wearing armor, you gain a +1 bonus to your AC. Yeah, because it's like, as I said, this is tomorrow, so the stab vests of today, which are quite bulky, I imagine, for agents in the field would get pared down. You know, as you said earlier, there's a lot you can do with carbon fiber and Kevlar these days. You know? Okie doke. So that's your training, and then adrenaline burst is you have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to gain temporary hit points equal to 1d10 plus your soldier level. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. Okay. At 2nd level, you gain a action surge. So you can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. Once during your turn, you can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. At 17th level, you can do it twice, but we're not there yet. And at 3rd level, you gain 2 features. You gain quick load and squad roll. So quick load is reloading is a second nature to you, and you can reload your weapon while moving for free, instead of needing to use an action to reload as usual. You must still choose to use an action to reload if you do not move during your turn. Oh, just spotted a typo. Hang on. What page are we on? 25. Choice should be choose. Okay, so that's pretty nifty. And squad roll is at 3rd level, you choose your squad roll, a set of skills that define how you operate in a team while engaging the enemy. The role you choose grants you features at 3rd and again at 7th, 10th, 15th, and 18th level.
We are going with assault.
Okay. So, assault would grant you shield bonus at 3rd level. So when you choose this role, you gain a +2 bonus to AC whilst using a shield. Which is pretty handy.
Yes, when shame gets called.
Shame? Yeah, that's going to be it, right? That's the code word for when things have gone tits up. When
Shame.
guns must be drawn. Shame! Ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. You're gonna be in a casino though, so hope nobody rolls badly and goes, oh, shame. And then suddenly everyone draws guns. No. That wasn't it. Okay.
That's why the safe word is Lufthansa.
All right.
Lufthansa.
Beautiful.
Okay. Okie dokie. And finally, Shauna as our technician. At level 1, we have technical services, repairing equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So at 1st level, you have access access, to 2 first-level gadgets of your choice. These choices are permanent personal tools that you acquire and use on missions. They require maintenance from you, but because of this, you know these items inside out. If you use a personal gadget that, due to its operation, is expendable, for example, an explosive or a chemical compound, you are furnished with a replacement at the beginning of your next mission. These items remain in your inventory as long as you do not lose them or until they are destroyed or the GM informs you otherwise. Replacing them costs the use of 1 of the gadget slots in the next mission.
Sweet.
So, have you had a look at the gadgets and which ones you would like?
I know one of them. Can one of them be the little like Roomba drone?
Absolutely. Agent
Yes.
Roomba.
Agent
All right.
Roomba.
Oh god,
Very
it's
important.
It is. I got a good name for it. It's the T3-TL34. It's the Tetley.
Yes! Shauna, I love you so much.
I have to figure out what. I have to look. There's a lot of gadgets in here to figure out which one I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm just going
absolutely.
to
If
stick
you just wanna,
stick on this
yeah,
tiny like
take
device.
your time to figure that out.
I mean,
That's
alright.
fine.
Like I said, I had to like really some restraint not to put all the weapons on this thing. Just like the ball bearings, the gun on this poor little thing.
James has just put in chat, oh god, can I rage quit my own game?
Oh,
So what I'm hearing is James really wants to
that's
have
right. Oh,
art
no.
of Agent Tetley in the actual book, is what I'm hearing here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
If there's Tetleys in all the games, you can't hurt all of them.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Okay, so repairing equipment is also something you have at level 1. You can heal an object's hit points or restore a piece of equipment to function, provided you have the appropriate tools and resources. Simple objects of small or tiny size can be restored to full hit points with a single action, whilst larger objects can be mended by 1d4 HP with an action, or the GM may estimate a time until the larger object is made good at their discretion.
Cool.
More complex equipment or gadgets can be repaired by making an intelligence mechanics check against a DC chosen by the GM, depending on their complexity, and the item may take more than 1 action to be restored to working order.
All right. Sounds good. I have 2 slots. Okay. There's 1 slot extra.
Okie dokie.
All right.
So, at 2nd level, you gain technical expertise, which means you choose a technical archetype which focuses your experience and training in a particular part of technical services, from demolitions and ordnance to gadget work and mechanics and driving and piloting. Your choice grants you features at 2nd level and again at 6th, 10th, and 14th level.
Ooh, I think gadget work.
Gadgeteer? Yeah. So
Yep.
the Gadgeteer archetype.
Yes.
At 2nd level, when you choose this technical expertise, select 1 tool proficiency granted by your class features. Your proficiency bonus using this tool is doubled.
Mechanics tools.
Mechanics tools. So you're super extra good at fixing stuff.
Good.
Okay. Unfortunately, the next thing for the Gadgeteer doesn't kick in until 6th level. So we'll just head back to the chart here. So at level 3, you unlock Technical Wizard. From
You're
3rd
a wizard,
level,
Shauna.
you're a wizard, Shauna. From 3rd level, you
yes.
have an incredibly. Hang on, that sentence doesn't make sense. Let me just note that down. Page
Beta test.
29.
Just a reminder.
Tech Wiz. Okay. From level 3, you are incredibly adept with gadgets and field equipment, able to use them with unrivaled precision. From 3rd level, you have 3 technical points. You gain more as you reach higher levels, as shown in the technical points column of the technician table. You can never have more technical points than shown on the table for your level. you regained all spent technical points when you return to your agency's headquarters. You can use these technical points to gain additional gadgets or gadget slots to gain additional technical points. Okay. You learn other ways to use your technical points as you reach higher levels.
Yep.
So for right now, you've got 3, I believe, at 3rd level.
Mm-hmm. So that translates into getting a extra caliber 1 equipment slot. So extra gadget, basically.
Okay. So, hang on. There's little things here. So you can use these things to create gadget slots. While gearing up for a mission, you can spend technical points to gain gadget slots. The creating gadget slots table shows the cost of creating a gadget slot of a given level. Any gadget slot you create with this feature is removed when you finish a mission and return to base, and any gadgets acquired for your personal hardware are lost. So to buy a caliber 1 gadget, that would be 2 technical points. So that's a sort of an entry level, lower level. We're not talking like a death bot at level 1.
No.
Which you would only be able to buy a caliber 1 gadget at this stage with your 3 points. However, should you wish to, you could also convert a gadget slot to technical points if you needed more technical points. While gearing up for your mission, you alternatively expend one of your gadgets or an empty gadget slot and gain a number of technical points equal to that slot's level, as shown in the Creating Gallery slot table. You can only do this once per mission, and any gadget you expend is available again after that mission.
Nice.
So,
Would you allow?
Sorcery
I have a
points.
quick question.
Hello.
Would you allow me to switch from my pistol to the rope string last minute?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay,
And
Brutal.
if at any point during the gap between the session 0 and our play next week, you want to change anything about your equipment, or you want to completely change character or anything like that because you've read something else that you think's really cool, let me know. We'll just do it. It's fine.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna stick with this for sure. I was thinking, like, why would I have a loud gun if like the rest of my character is meant to be kind of quiet? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just changing it.
Yeah, it's okay. That's all cool. Okay. So we have our agents. They're at level 3. They're ready to go, ready to get into the field. But before they do, we have to determine who they work for. So, what is the agency's name?
Ooh.
Speaking of Austin Powers, who do you work for? That's good stuff. Man, that's a good question. I was joking about the black cats, but I don't know. It kind of might be just.
Though with our current control, we might want to refer to it as Dread.
Wow.
Hey, I love 3 layers deep references.
Oh no.
That's a good question though. Like, I don't know. Are there any let's see.
I mean,
agency
you
generator?
you could work for any of the established ones that already exist in the world. Like, what do we got? We have the CIA for America. We've got MI6 for the UK. There's Koan Chosa Cho for Japan. Whoever you want to work for. We've got some suggestions in chat. We've got Bird Squad, which I think
Bird
maybe
Squad.
should be your folks' little
Bird
informal
Squad.
group title. And the Greenmont Institute, if we want to keep it like the Black Cats channel referential.
Oh, that sounds
Squad.
like sinister, so I like that.
You could go with something
Yes, the
really innocuous, like the Couriers, just so you don't look like a spy agency. Or an acronym.
Susie, can I change my code name? I realized I'm like the odd man out.
Okay, if you would like to, yeah.
I'd like to change to Saint Crane.
Saint Crane!
Ooh.
So a ferret and 3 birds, like it's fantastic. Now I've got to come up with what's a bird that steals? A crow. I'll just be the crow
The
instead
crow.
of the ferret.
Well, I mean,
Wow,
Bird.
edgelord assassin.
you could be a
Crow.
You could be
The
a
crow.
cat and literally be the cat among the pigeons.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh.
Seagull.
he's a thief.
Mm-hmm.
magpie.
Magpie.
Magpie's good
there we
too.
go.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I'm
That's
the
good.
magpie then. All right, since we're all birds.
Magpie. All right.
Burb squad.
Burb squad. Right. Okay. So just imagine though, you have ID and you're going, "Hey, I'm with like the CIA. Like I'm with the CIA." So imagine you're brandishing your ID to someone. Now imagine you're saying, "I'm with Burb Squad."
See, I kind of either want it to be BRD or BRB.
And then the
And then
cops are like,
we're Burb
go
Squad.
ahead. And then the cops are like, "Oh, it's those Burb Squad assholes again. We can't even do our job around them."
Well, what if it's an acronym? What if it's BERB? Sorry, Pope. I cut you off there.
I know. I like Burb Squad.
Burb.
BRB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like again, I love things that are
Burb.
multiple layers of just reference.
Okay. You were
BRB
the-
sounds. Oh,
You
God.
with the BRB?
It also implies we ghost people a lot.
Hold on.
Oh,
Bureau
yeah.
of what? Bureau of what? If it's BRB, it's Bureau of
Bureau of Reconnaissance Bureau.
Bureau of
no. Actually, the Bilateral Reconnaissance Bureau.
There you go. I like it.
Nice.
The
Yes.
Bilateral Reconnaissance.
We're like
We
a
can justify anything.
No, we're like a subdivision of Interpol, where
That's it.
if there is a international threat, that's why we have sort of an international group to deal with.
Mhm.
We're like Interpol, but if the Americans were allowed in, you know.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's
Can
Interpol,
we
but
eat at the lunch table too?
it's very ad hoc.
Mm-hmm.
So it's who do we have around here? Oh gods!
These,
And they
We're
said
the
this-
leftovers.
these people.
Fine.
Okay.
Like, there's other much more qualified agencies that are probably working on this, but we got here first.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
We're expendable.
man.
We're like the canary you keep down in the mine in case something really bad's happening, and then they send the real
More
people in.
bird
That's what they call
references.
fresh recruits,
Jesus.
canaries.
Yep. They call fresh recruits canaries. I like it.
So Sam just made a very good joke in chat. When Pope said it's very ad hoc, he went, "Oh, ad hoc."
Oh, that's the name of my
The
OS.
best and the worst.
That's what my
Oh,
operating
yes.
system's called.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Oh,
fresh
man.
recruits are called canaries. I love this. I love this agency already. I want them to succeed so well. So
Me too.
one of the questions here when creating your own agency is how and who did they recruit? So I feel like with our discussion just there, it's literally whoever they can get. They're not fussy.
Duress or not.
People
They
who
look
just
through the
need
list of
money or who
rejects.
are like got fired from some other agency, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Ones who are
'cause I'm
desperate.
a criminal, it's like, they
Well-
clearly have scraped the bottom of the barrel for recruitment if they got me on the squad. So
Well, let's see this. This is again sort of like an ad hoc agency.
mhm.
They're disrespected by every other intelligence agency across the globe.
Uh-huh.
They call
But-
us Burb Squad.
But when
roll
you
our eyes every
have
time.
a multinational threat, these are the folks that are thrown at it while everyone else is trying to do their stuff quietly.
Mhm.
So I think the bird reference is very much like my namesake. These are the pigeons playing chess.
Mhm.
They're going to knock over the pieces. It's going to be a mess, and then whatever like local agencies get to deal with these guys while the actual spies are doing stuff. So your recruitment is folks that were on the lists but have at least one red flag.
Mhm.
Qualified, but for some reason disqualified by a particular
Yes.
feature.
at
and-
least one red flag.
At least one.
At
one
least
flag.
one.
I'm the flag bearer.
Well, no,
If
Just a flag factory, it's fine.
It's got 20 flags.
it's one flag minimum. In
No
order-
maximum in
10
this
flag.
case.
What's the
just
max?
like drinks at a club. One flag minimum. Yeah.
strip club.
I love that. I love that. I've got the image of like a BRB squad, a burb squad recruiter stood outside like an FBI testing center where
Just look for the sad ones.
Here you go. Join us. Sorry you didn't make it, buddy.
You didn't pass the physical. Here you go. Oh, you were looking at a browser in the middle of an exam. Here you go.
I like that thinking.
You took a selfie.
You took a selfie in a restricted area. Here you go.
Yeah, Area 51.
How did you get the camera
led the Area
in?
51 raid. Like
Next to the sign.
You were a Naruto runner, Area 51. We need you.
You were the one on the picture that everyone sees when you see the Naruto running in the background.
You
know?
didn't
You're
get
that guy.
shot. Here you go.
Ow. Okay. Yeah, a Nick Fury style birdwatcher shows up, binoculars and all. Oh my god.
Just
There's
one binocular.
just woodlands.
Right. It's actually a rangefinder, you know?
Yeah, it's one.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Okay, so where do the Burb Squad operate out of? Where are your headquarters?
No.
What state has the most diverse burb population?
No.
Oh.
We have to go at this
Country.
like in order to contrast with just the ridiculousness. This has to be from The Hague.
Sure.
No look for that
Okay.
there ever.
How about all right, I will say Brazil does have the most diverse bird population, but we could be from the Galapagos. Like
No.
an
No,
ode to Darwin.
I like giving us that slight hint of seriousness.
Yeah.
Like,
Let Tactical Pope have this one thing while Gremlin Pope is running rampant.
Got it.
over
All
here.
right, that's fine. Well, that's fine.
Okay, what if the headquarters is in The Hague to try and lend some legitimacy to this shit show? But there
It's
is
the one
definitely-
carrot
Yeah.
they gave us. Like,
Yeah.
There is definitely
you
an
get-
outpost on the Galapagos.
Well, no. There are outposts everywhere.
it's a safe
the
house.
Brazil one's going to be closed soon because I think they burned that down.
Oh no.
Why did you pick a cabin? Why was that your choice?
That just
Oh, no.
so like I don't know if this is a thing in the US, but in the UK there's like bird watching huts all over the place in like woodland and copseland and like marshland. I'm just imagining those as like the headquarters.
Those are just called like shooting stands in the United States.
Susie,
Oh, yeah.
we-
The hunting- yeah, the hunting.
this is the land of the gun.
True.
We don't have bird watching stations. We have bird
Bird
blinds
shooting.
for shooting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bird
Hey,
watch
I've
by walking a trail.
worked at two places that have hosted the Audubon Society for meetings, so there are some bird people
We're
that just
here.
want to look at them.
My parents were bird watchers, and they do go on bird watching excursions on trails.
Mhm.
But there is no place where you sit down to bird watch unless you set up like a sanctuary in your backyard or you're
Mhm.
going to some wilderness retreat, because this is the land of the gun.
I know. As I was saying it, I was like, "This is so very British." Like, we go out, we can sit in a bird
Yeah.
blind. We've got a little binoculars, a little thermos with tea in it.
You
Well,
have your
Nick-
delightful pastoral life. We have people who think AR-15s are fun.
Yeah,
That's
it's like if I try
Hobby.
to go for
It's
a
a
nature
hobbyist.
walk. If I try to go for a nature walk in my area where I live in particular, it's terrible. Like we'll just be out there walking my dog, and I'll hear a shotgun go off, and I'm like, well, I guess we have to go back inside now. I was just trying to enjoy nature, but I just live out in the forest, so
I got a text 2 days ago from my apartment complex that said, "Whoever was shooting outside in the woods behind the apartments, please don't do that."
oh no.
Yep.
How would they think that's okay in an apartment? I at least
There was
live,
like, there's
deep in
woods.
the forest, you know.
No, there's woods behind us, and so they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll just do that." It's like, but you're also in a town, like
Terrible.
a
Yeah.
city. Don't like do that.
Okay.
Anyway, Burb Squad.
Burb Squad.
Bird
Okay.
Squad.
Yeah, bird watch.
Hopefully, don't get shot. Probably will
Oh, no.
get shot.
Yeah, that's
If I have
Will
anything
get
to say
shot.
about it, you'll get
No,
shot.
good shot.
Yeah,
Okay,
some shooting.
so one of the other questions is, what is the agency's goals, or what are the agency's goals? What does Burb Squad want to do for the world?
I like the idea of cleaning up other agencies' like mess that they find themselves in that they can't
Wait,
fix.
we're not the mess that they clean up.
No, I was
no.
thinking that we're the disposable ones that they send after the ones that they're not willing to send their own people after. You know, sort of the ones that kind of they like. You know, maybe the CIA doesn't want to get blamed if something goes wrong, so they
It's like kind of
hit
like
us up.
active threat assessment, where it's like we don't know how bad this is. So
I like jumping with that idea and going, okay, we know that this thing is in play, and that these other intelligence agencies are looking at this, but they have not assessed the threat as dire yet. We get sent to see what the actual threat level is.
how bad is it? Tell us if you die.
Well, like, how bad is
Canaries
it?
again.
And
Yeah.
we are the canary. We're from the Hague. We are the canaries in the coal mine for the rest of the world's intelligence agencies. How bad is this threat? How well do they operate? Let's send the rejects. Did they stop it? Obviously, it wasn't a threat.
Alternately,
Oh, they all died. Oh, we actually have to get off our butts.
alternately, second benefit of doing this, we get all the dirt on these other.
I love
That's very
that.
true.
And I love the idea that the Burb Squad might be super competent and have stopped some awful, terrible things happening. But the other agency's like, oh, those guys stopped it, so it's actually not a problem. But
Yeah, it
back
wasn't
at
a big
Burb
deal.
Squad headquarters, you're like,
Yeah, and maybe what Shauna was saying, like we have dirt on these other agencies, which is how we're still able to kind of have leverage and stuff, like in certain situations.
I love
get
that
missions.
the idea that at the top of this agency is a bunch of incredibly super competent individuals, and they get these rejects to deflect from how competent they are.
Yeah,
that sounds perfect.
Our reputations precede us.
Yeah.
We are
I love
always
this.
underestimated, yet we get stuff done.
We're the unbird-sung heroes of the agency.
Fired.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Who are we replacing Angela with?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Okay, yeah, bye.
Okie dokie. So that is the Burb Squad agency kind of fleshed out.
I regret nothing.
I like the fact that maybe they're called the Burb Squad agency just to have that extra level of like they're really incompetent. They can't pick one.
Stop being redundant.
We're the BRBs.
It's like the ATM machines of the spy world.
Oh man.
Okay, so one last thing for you fine folks to decide is you have a handler. Someone who gives you your missions, who sends you out into the field. Someone who holds your lives in their hands. Now, either I could make this one as an NPC and just completely go God mode and decide who it is. It will be me, just in a different form. Or you folks can come up with this handler yourselves. And there's a couple of questions here. The first question is, who is this handler? What is their gender? Do your players even know? Are they even human? Have you ever met this handler face to face, or are they just like the the voice of Charlie, right? Through the speaker.
See, I like either knowing them as Darwin or Autobahn.
I love the idea that our handler is Darwin.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That's their title. We don't know gender.
Yeah.
We don't know
what they look like. Yeah, we just get like videos like
Darwin's competent. We don't get to see Darwin.
Yeah.
For Darwin's protection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't know Darwin's gender. You've never seen Darwin.
No.
Do they? How did they get in touch with you? Did they sort of do the? Do they call you like Charlie and Charlie's Angels, or do they send you sort of video feeds with just a voice? Or as Sam put, are briefings delivered in a nature documentary?
That's
Oh my
fantastic.
god.
I do like the idea of that, but I was thinking maybe like we're just given like a location, and then we go to that like location.
Oh my god, like a
dead drop,
geocaching scavenger hunt to get the info.
Yeah.
I think I like the idea with Darwin, since we're using that name.
Mhm.
It's tailored to the specific agent.
Mm-hmm.
That each one is sort of tailor made, so I will get your attention, but also this allows them to keep from being bored.
I might pickpocket someone and then pull out and open up their wallet, and it's a message from Darwin like go here, and I'm like,
do we each get the full concept, or do we each get a piece of the mission and we have to get together and actually like put it back together to know what we're supposed to be doing? Because
cool.
Darwin's confident. You don't trust the pigeons with this. We each get the full thing.
Okay.
We don't need to piece things together ourselves, because that would be bad.
If there's something I've learned in my relatively short career as a GM, is never tell each player something individual and trust them to talk to each other, because they just don't.
Like 4 hours of gameplay passing by, you just sitting there as a GM waiting for them to piece it together. Like, okay, fine, all right, listen, guys, all right. Just it's like this.
You gotta swap these two, and now it makes sense now.
I love the idea of Magpie walking down the street and you pickpocket someone and it's a message from Darwin. He's like,
what's up?
And then it's like Inspector Gadget. It burns after I've read it, every time.
Yes.
No, I love the idea that like Darwin's this hyper competent, hyper intellectual, but at the same time, part of the reason they even took this job was supreme boredom.
I love it.
That's perfect.
I love it. Okay. And so the final question is, what is their code name? But we've already come up with it. It's Darwin.
Yeah. Yes.
So we have our agents. So we've got our agency. We have our handler, which is me.
This is the most.
Oh my god! And after a mission, Darwin hands out awards, like the Darwin Awards.
With like security footage of like the bullshit you did.
Man,
it's like, you get this award.
It's like if anyone's played XCOM, the XCOM 2 like return script, like, who's taking the most shots? Who made them?
Yeah.
Or like little like vignettes that you get
like a fail compilation.
No, I can just see coming back, and so often these are hotels. You come back, you immediately turn on, but for some apparent reason, it's not the channel that you left it on. It just comes up it's that hotel channel, but in place of the ads is just like security footage and like little text at the bottom for the award, or you get a gold star, like things like this.
Yeah, Darwin sounds like an asshole.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I love Darwin.
This is great. This is resentment up on the top. Yes.
Okay.
This is the most whimsical, gritty game I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Just remember this laughter. It won't last.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure.
It'll just be laugh crying later.
Well, just if it goes back, you get the Darwin Award for it. You survived. You survived this mission. You're the only one.
How did they deliver the award? The award, though, that's another question.
Well,
no.
They don't spend money on real awards.
I like the idea of there actually being a award, but it's like a gift card to some place nearby.
It's like a Jamba Juice gift card.
Like Jamba Juice, or if you did real well, you get pizza.
Oh no! It's like
we get a pizza.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! It's like the workplace.
Yeah, it's like the manager trying to do something nice for the office.
Yeah,
but I only have $5 to do it.
To avoid having to give them raises, like my fiance's office is so guilty of that crap. They'll just like, hey, we're going to a beach party, and it's like,
I'd like money.
There how long?
I got you guys a vacation. It's laser tag.
I know that.
And then it turns into team building. It's not actually a vacation.
How did they sneak the knives into the laser tag? Who knew?
Oh boy. No. Okay, so
this has clearly fallen off the rails already. I love it.
No. This is perfect because if anything, I have seen and have learned from interacting with Susie is that this agency will live on. Darwin will live on.
Mhm.
Our infamy might die, but Darwin and BRB live on.
They will live on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no joke. Like, I want to carry on using Darwin and the BRB, and maybe you find folks should you survive, because this is already a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Because, you can play this game silly, as we are doing. You can come up with this wacky agency that's like Mr. Bean does James Bond, which is the movie. I forgot. which one it is.
Casino Royale, basically.
Or you can play it quite serious and quite tactical if you wish to. You can go in full like tactic squad and like micro do every step of the mission. Like, you can play it however.
We're probably going to do a little bit of both.
There's beautiful layers here. You've got from Johnny English, as you were referencing.
That's Johnny English. There we go.
To like mid-grade, which is like A-team.
Mm-hmm.
To
like schlocky, campy.
Yeah, and then all the way down to like tactically serious, but with some of
Tinker
that
Tailor
like,
Soldier Spies.
yeah, like really, really nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah.
Like not even cinematic, just the 10,000% grit. You can do this.
For sure.
100%,
And like with my character as a face, I'm gonna have to be serious to be a face. I can't just be like a goofy Birdman like in every role I play. You know what I mean? I'm the magpie. Just go around like
that's how you
constantly
do your befriend. You just scream in their face and roll.
Scream at them and steal their French fries. That's how you make friends.
Oh, no.
Hey, it worked for me.
No.
Okay.
Avoid the seagull. Codename Seagull.
Codename Seagull. He just
So-
gets nervous and the
We
IBS
don't
kicks
talk
in.
about we don't talk about Seagull.
Agent
He didn't
Seagull
make
is,
the cut. We
No,
didn't talk about what happened to Seagull.
no.
It
Seagull
involves
only gets
Alka-Seltzer.
Seagull only gets called in when the situation gets absolutely dire and everything needs to be scrubbed off the face of the earth.
Oh, that's Agent Goose.
It's the goose. The goose is
We're
the
DEFCON 1. Call in
Oh, yeah.
the seagull.
Yeah. The goose is our heavy machine gunner that we call in and gun the whole building.
He's
down
the
when
one
we
with the
mess it.
Apache helicopter.
That's our
Oh,
helicopters and
goose.
knives.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
sad.
Oh, goose. That made me sad now.
Yeah, Goose is Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, what I'll do is I will read you the briefing at the start, and what we'll do is when we get next week, we'll do the proper start where you'll get your individual messages from Darwin, because I want to figure out what those are for each of you and do them. But that will be next week. But the general briefing, just so you get those cogs going for next week. We've been informed by a whistleblower from the University of Tokyo that Dr. David Andrew, a seismologist with the Earthquake Research Institute, even if I can speak, at the university, is providing a private contact with the institute's research. We've identified Andrew and we have a file on him here. The only information we have on his contact is a codename, Jijin. We believe they are a threat, and the information is potentially dangerous. You must find and gather intel on Jijin's identity, track their location, and if possible, secure the data. The exchange will take place in the Grand Minato Hotel Casino. The agency doesn't want any trouble in Tokyo, so violence inside the casino itself is not sanctioned. Outside the casino building or in the street is allowed if absolutely necessary, but the agency will frown on it and will not lend aid if alarms are raised or the police called. This is about infiltration and espionage, not run-and-gun battles in the streets. Okay, so there is a file which I will send to you afterwards, which has the name and identity description of Dr. Andrew and the layout and details of the casino. So I will send that to you in a little bit. What is this like little cheeky smiles going on backstage I'm seeing here?
I'm just enjoying it. I do specifically want to ask, could you send me like the text that you just read as well?
I
so
will,
can read it,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, I'll make sure you have everything written out because I understand like listening to things and
Yeah,
pronunciation.
I'm bad.
can
I
be
have to
bad.
read things like 3 times.
Yeah, you good.
Your accent's fine, by the way. I can understand it really well. So that's not
No.
It's my brain.
So I will send you these things. That's just a little brief taster of what we're going to be going into. You will be infiltrating a casino in Japan. So one thing to note is Japan is not especially known for weaponry. So you can't walk down the street with a Barrett 50 cal on your back because that will draw some attention. Unless you're doing a Gurren Lagann cosplay, but I don't think anybody here will be doing a Gurren Lagann cosplay.
It's all airsoft, for sure.
All airsoft.
Airsoft, sir.
You will be given a 3-night stay in a luxury hotel.
Beautiful.
You will have an alias as a guest in this hotel, so if you might want to think about what the alias will be. As part of your stay, you are given a 1,000 yen chip package for the casino. That is complimentary, and should you wish to, you can gamble using that on the casino floor. You will be given the use of a 4-door sedan for getting around town if needs be. It's up to you where that car is kept, where it's parked, and who drives it. You will have a leather briefcase which contains cover identities for everyone, 1 pair of binoculars, a contact microphone, 30,000 yen in cash, and a single GPS tracking device. Also included in this package is a set of 6 civilian uniforms. You can choose whichever these uniforms are yourselves, but it's usually something like a professional that doesn't belong to emergency service, so you're not wearing like a fireman's gear or a ambulance staff. It's usually like security guard uniforms, chef whites, press jackets, that kind of deal, stuff that will blend in.
People working at the casino kind of thing.
Like a tux that maybe one of the croupiers would wear.
And I assume I'm allowed to use my cover identity for this. Or actually, no, I probably wouldn't want my cover identity associated with it. So
yeah. So for me personally, if I was doing this, I would have a separate cover identity just in case that one got compromised. It's always good to have as many as you can, so you can be like, whoop, slip into the next one.
I'm gonna be Rick Jordan Jr., Texas oil mogul.
I feel like I'm getting insulted right now.
I'm from Alabama, okay? I can't talk.
Okie dokie. Next up in your equipment is a Babel earphone. This covert earbud can translate foreign languages in real time. When you're wearing this earbud, you can understand any language as if you know it and can speak any language by reciting the earpiece instructions. But I think most of you speak Japanese anyway, so if you come up against Japanese people, that's fine.
Not me.
There is an important note about this casino afterwards, but I will tell you after we've got your equipment. And you also finally get covert earpieces. So these are tiny earbuds that sit in the ear like a pair of earphones. So just like the AirPods that all the cool kids have these days. But it's wireless and it is colored nude to the wearer, so it's not easily visible. Okay, so there's a cool thing about casinos in Japan here, as a little bit of flavor text. It was only in July 2018 that Japanese legislators approved a bill to allow casinos within the country. And the Grand Minato Hotel represents what might happen should their integration become more commonplace. Within the act, they approved a 4,000 yen entrance fee to citizens visiting, as well as a restriction on the number of visits per month. So most gamblers at the hotel's casino are tourists staying there who aren't restricted in this way. And as a part of their stay at the hotel, they are given a complimentary 1,000 yen chip by the hotel, and which is what you have as well. So Leland, your disguise there as this rich southern boy will work very well here because there's a lot of foreigners in. Which is fun fact why pachinko parlors are so popular, because it's not technically gambling, and that's why you go next door with the pencils you won, and then they give you their money.
They just buy the pencil from you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a funny loophole.
So that is basically everything you need to know right up at the before we begin next week, before we get going. We will do, I think what we'll do at the beginning of next week is we'll do any sort of additional equipment requisitions, because as I said, we're playtesting this, so we want to like give you a little bit of extra juice just to make things a little bit spicy. You know, you never know what might happen. You might have to blow down a wall with a rocket launcher. Who knows? You might need a tank, because those we have stats for vehicles and stuff, I think. I'm saying we have this, but we might. I don't know. But yeah, so that is our mission. We have our agents, we have our agency. I think that is just about everything for us today. So that's a neat little 2 hours, little session 0 we had going on. What we'll do then is, before we say goodnight, I'll go around to everybody one last time. You can say who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and what you're up to, because we like hearing about that sort of stuff. So we'll go clockwise. No, we'll go anti-clockwise. I'm feeling a bit spicy. Leland!
I'm Leland, or Lee, just whichever one you want to call me. I'm also known as Leopold the Just on the internet, mostly on Facebook, but I'm starting to kind of break into Twitter these days. You can check me out. I'm a social media consultant for Fantasy Grounds, the film company Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and another channel called Audio Dungeon that does a D&D homebrew live stream. Check any information about any of those 3 projects. I retweet them a lot, so but yeah, you can just find me there. I mostly don't really do anything for myself too much, but I do plan on trying to write some stuff for DM's Guild as like my 2020 goal, so just to break into that.
Nice. All right, well, thank you very much for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing what happens to Agent Magpie next week. All right, so directly below we have the wonderful Angela.
Hi, everybody. I'm Angela. You can find me at darling_gypsum on Twitter. I am part of the Nerdsmith Network, play a bunch of D&D and do cool stuff there. And I'm also one of the showrunners for Pactless Patrons, which kickstarted last year. We're making an animated web series about warlock patrons who are in a support group because they have no warlocks. And it's delightful, and I'm very excited. We're in production right now, so we'll keep an eye out for that as well.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. I saw it all over Twitter and I'm like, and directly next to Angela, we have the lovely Pope.
Hey everybody, Pope here. Pope World Build on the Twitter, Pope World Build on Twitch. I lurk in all your streams. If you want to see more of this silly face, come catch me later on this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Wandering DM's channel, as we have another session 0, this time for masks. On Sundays over on Matev 7's channel at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we get down with Neon, the dreadful beat of DJ Strahd. Mondays over on Tales from the Grim, you can see me getting it on in the Weird West with Deadlands: The Road to Desperation. And then on Wednesdays, Tales from the Grim, 6 p.m. The World's at Stake in Watchmen, The Port of the Black Freighter. And then back around Thursdays, 2 p.m. Eastern here, as we just see how much of a disaster this all turns into with the BRB agents.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Old Burb Squad.
It's the Burb Squad. All right, Shauna, how are you, and where can we find you on the internet?
God, I can't wait. But yeah, I'm Shauna Flanksters on Twitter, where I have all of my games, and Art. You can catch me on Mondays on Kind of Roleplay for the Crownlands, where it's a Game of Thrones game, and our Disaster House, who basically raise awesome horses. And on the same day, it's on the Onyx Path Twitch channel. It's Seattle by Streetlight, where we are a bunch of college students trying to find our friend despite all sorts of weirdness happening around us. And then you can catch me tomorrow on Fridays for Judge Dredd, where despite everything thrown at us, our sweet boy Tetley is fine with us. And okay.
He's good. We hope.
He tried to like bite me last time. I don't know.
I caught session 0 of that Judge Dredd thing, and I didn't watch any other ones. I need to catch up on it.
Oh, let me tell you, it was a trip.
It's been a thing. It is.
I love everyone's
delight.
judges.
Oh, alrighty. And as for myself, I am Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace. I'm a variety streamer who does video games, art streams, and tabletop RPGs. You can find me all over the internet at Susanna Grace, and I will next be gracing your screens tomorrow. Oh, yes. Usually other people make that joke about me. And
Bad taste in your mouth from that. Yeah.
And tomorrow you can find me on Encounter Roleplay at 10 p.m. GMT, which is 5 p.m. Eastern, for Judge Dredd Back on the Block, where I play the kick-ass Judge Judy. We've just rescued my son, Tetley. But we did murder a couple of judges, which is a bit bad.
Against the law.
It's
very much.
It's not optimal.
Isn't that the point of the game? The law?
It is.
The law.
Oh my.
And much like Shauna said, you can catch me and Sam and Shauna on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. GMT, for the Crownlands, which is a Game of Thrones game, which is GM'd by the lovely Charlie, who has appeared on this very channel a couple of times. And we're good at horses and nothing else.
And Susie, Tuesday.
Hey, on Tuesday. Thanks, Angela. On my channel, we play The Witcher TTRPG, in which the lovely Angela played Ruby, the Dwarven Bard, and
disaster lesbian bard with a star-crossed lover. It's great.
Yeah, and we're gonna do some big murders. I
do some murder.
What we're gonna do.
And Wednesday over on Encounter Roleplay.
On Wednesday, thanks, Pope.
Circling back around, end of the week. The rest of the week.
On Wednesday, you can catch me back on Encounter Roleplay at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. GMT, for Zweihander, Betrayal of Hearthhome, in which I GM Zweihander, which is a lovely system. And I'm about to ruin a lot of people's lives. And I'm very excited.
Almost killed them several times already.
I almost drowned Tom yesterday. I almost got him.
I like that moment. It's like, oh, I rolled a 6. Is that good? It's like, no, no.
That was the bad time.
Don't forget that you can stack your fortune points to do more damage if you ever want to kill something really bad. just a tip.
And then again, back here on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. GMT, for the start of our very good mission. But in the meantime, please do, if you haven't already, check out our quick start of the rules of Spy Game right there in chat. It is free. It costs you literally nothing, and it's a lovely, wonderful PDF full of classes, gear. It has this mission we're about to play. It's got artwork in it, that some of which I might have done a bit of. So please do check it out and let us know how you think. Join us on the Discord, and eventually when this episode is put up on YouTube, make sure to follow us over there so you don't miss it. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't hit that follow button, please do consider it so you can keep up to date with what we're doing. But until then, we are going to go raid our good friends at Encounter Roleplay, who are currently live with Unhallowed Metropolis, Death's Curios. So we will see you soon, friends. Take care.